Well, families who were sent to Bonner Springs High School to pick up their children were quite concerned. Cynthia Newsom is there live with that scene. Cynthia.
We are here at Bonner Springs High School because this is where parents were told to come and pick up their children, the children who were not involved and affected by that crash there today. And joining me now is Trooper Howard Dickinson, who has actually been with some of the students who were here in the cafeteria. What can you tell us about what happened in there?
The kids were obviously moms and dads probably as much as anything, but both of them were really happy, obviously, to see each other. Some of the moms and dads really were not aware whether their children had been injured or not, so anytime you take that relief away from them, that's going to be a big thing. In addition, they were really well taken care of. As soon as we got here, Bonner Springs High School, the kids, they were given drinks, and the counselors and such, the people that were there went ahead and did the jobs that they do on a daily basis for the kids, and really helped get the girls settled down, because obviously the only ones on the bus that were affected were the girls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, as I understand, all the students have already been taken home. The ones that were not affected and needed to go to the hospital, they're all gone. They're not here at the school any longer.
Everybody's gone or at the hospital. We ended up transporting about 22 students, the driver, and everybody else came here, and mom and dad were able to pick them up. Right
now, what can you tell us about the crash? Because that's what people are wanting to know at this point.
Sure.
What possibly could have happened on this crash? It's a big loop.
It's sort of an S-turn as you come off of north or southbound K7 to K32. Somewhere in there they'd made the right turn and were getting ready to make the left sort of sweeping turn to go back down the ramp. At some point the drivers took the bus a little too far to the right, dropped the rear tires of the bus off of the roadway, and it's a relatively steep embankment, much slicker than the pavement. Back end came around as the bus slid down the hill. As it slowed down, it then overturned. What
were some of the students saying that witnessed this? The boys' bus was right behind the girls' bus that crashed, so what were some of the boys saying about what they saw?
Well, you know, as far as what I know, I really can't give you any more information on that, because we kept the boys and the girls that were basically completely uninjured, we kept them sort of apart, because the entire scene was triage. We were all trying to find out who's hurt, who's most, how many are we going to have to transport, and as this last hour and a half came by, we had to add another here and there, because the girls would find that they were probably hurt a little bit more. And most of those that were transported were going to have head and neck injuries. Nothing's going to be real severe. I don't believe nothing that would be outwardly severe, but we do have bumps, bruises, strains, sprains, and certainly a few little goose eggs on the girls, but they did pretty doggone good for that. A few cuts and abrasions, a little bit of blood here and there, but the girls were in pretty good shape for this type of an accident.
Okay. Now, what about the girls that were on the bus? Did they have anything to say? The uninjured girls on the bus?
Yeah, not really at the time. Gosh, no, they really had nothing much to say at that time. They were worried for each other. And we were trying, with that many kids standing around, we're trying to deal with their injuries.
And you were saying that they were taking care of each other.
They were really consoling each other. They did a great job.
They're at the scene.
I was really impressed. Imagine 6th grade girls when something drastic happens to them. Some of them are noticeably upset, and others are much calmer, and we had a combination thereof.
All right. Thank you so much. Okay. Howard Dickinson with the Kansas Highway Patrol. We'll continue giving you more information from the eyes of a dad. That's coming up at 4:30 on 41 Action News. I'm Cynthia Newsom at Bonner Springs High School. Back to you.